Welcome to the second video in this series. Now, in this video, I've got some interesting designs. We're going to be doing some different things with the mild steel. But beyond the designs, more importantly, are the techniques. Because once you have the techniques, then you can go beyond the designs. You can look for alternatives, start coming up with new pieces. Now to begin this piece, I used a square, carpenter square like this. Then I laid out these triangles. Before I go any further, I want to make sure that everything is going to fit together. I'm going to put the bolt here, bolt down there. Okay, now I'm using 1/4 by 20, 1/4 inch bolts, 20 threads per inch. And if you want to use a different size, the size certainly isn't important. Now these nuts, they're about 3/16 of an inch thick, and that's going to be our spacer. That's going to give us the dimension. There we go. Everything fits. The design is right. The whole works. So now, when I first started doing metal sculpture, to get this dimension, I would have thought that you would have had to bring these out about 1 inch, each one from the one behind it. But this is just 3/16 of an inch, and plenty of dimension there. Gives you plenty of interest. So you don't need as much dimension or to bring things out as much as I thought you did when I first started. So just using that 3/16 inch spacing in there give you plenty of dimension, depth when you look at it. Okay, now the next thing, get this all cleaned up, and we'll put some hooks on it, and we'll see where we go from there. As I started working with these triangles, I found that there's a lot more things that I could do with this design. Now first off, these are the 1/8 inch pieces, and I cut these out. I used the plasma cutter, but you could use the oxygen acetylene torch. Now, if I lay this on here, and if you could imagine, you're going to have to use your imagination here just a little bit. If you could imagine that this is raised up, maybe not quite that much, but something like that. Okay. Now, this one goes right on top of that, and it's a layered effect. Well, but as let's see if you can just visualize this a moment. Get my hands out of the road here. Okay, if you can visualize this just for a moment, this almost looks like 3 sailboats. Very abstract, modern design, but it gives you that feeling. And once these are layered up on top of here. Now, if you want to do something like this, you could also come in here and using the chalk or the soapstone, you could cut a small section out of there. Just a little bit of an arc. And this one on top. Coming down through there like that. And by putting this arc in here, if you were going to do the sailboats, it would give the feeling of movement. Okay, now take a look at this. This is the same design, and if we had maybe even a third one, so we could have 3 sets of sailboats. Now, and they could be spread apart as wide as you want, but this would make a distinctive wall collection. This is a very simple design, very easy to do. You already know all the techniques, all except one. Now I'm going to take this apart and reassemble it so that I can show you each thing that I did. And then you'll be able to duplicate this or make variations on this.